I'm from LA. I grew up in the city. Grew up in like Compton, Lynwood area. So these is like, it's like a tough area.
Right.
You know, we all got this idea of what LA looks like. But me being from it, I know that it's what Hollywood shows, and then it's another part that a lot of people don't see. So that's where the So Beautiful, So Dangerous comes in, because that's basically what my city is. It's beautiful, but it's also dangerous. Right. So yeah, like I don't have no celebrity connections. These people literally buy that stuff.
Who said? That was my next question. Like, how are you getting?
I have no idea. Swear to God. Swear to God, dog.
Then I ran around, touched money, changed my mind on my chain, so I...
Let me see. Motherfucking rainy day, nigga. Yo. Thunderstorm outside and shit. Got Shorty in here. Yo. Got Keyska in this bitch. You know how we rock. Dab on. Made that motherfucking money expand. Made it stretch, nigga.
I can see. You can see. Everybody can see. Alright. Let's run the intro.
It's your boy Donte, owner of Pheit. And I'm sweating with Bob because he got me choosing 3. Only my top 3 has.
Boy was going through a whole...
Listen.
My boy had a commitment.
This ain't easy, man. But, you know, I came through, you know, chilling with Bob. We're about to
get right into it.
Get right into it.
Yes.
That was fire. Very good. Dumb extra right now.
Oh, hey, Bob. When I go po, just laugh right until I run out of gas at the gas.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Chilling with Bob, where we only talk about some of the flyest, nostalgic, and trendiest hat drops of today. And, you know, usually I'm super scripted, and I don't want to be that way for this one. I'm trying to be super present because honestly, this is a full circle moment for me. With my next guest, I think back in 2017 or 2018, I was actually in LA at the Revolt Summit, and I happened to like brush shoulders past this guy. I mean, our shoulders definitely did not touch because he's definitely about 6'3" or 6'4". I'm not good with heights, but right, you know, but I happened to see him and I was just like, man, like, one, this dude's super tall, but I was like, yo, that hat he had on was dope. And once I saw the hat, I was kind of like, I went home and I was like, yo, like, I gotta search where this hat is at. Like, I don't know why I went home with the whole thing, like, I had to find this hat. So I went home, I went online, and I started typing up like LA hats with halo and rose. And I couldn't find anything. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, who made this hat? Like, you know, and it just so happens, because this story is new to him, it so happens that I happened to run into someone I was following on Facebook randomly, and she had a friend from Cali and that had on the LA Dodgers halo and rose logo on his OG style. And I was like, yo, I gotta find it. Long story short, I happened to go find he had an account. I reached out, boom, I got the link, and then I just copped like 2 of them. And after that, I was completely sold. Huge fan, huge supporter of this guy. So many notable celebrities that I've seen rocking with this dude. And to be honest with you, when I saw these celebrities, I was like, I felt like I won. Because I was like, yo, I felt like I was ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? Before everybody really got on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I came to New York with the shit, and I'm like, nah, bro. And I think I seen like DJ Booth wearing it, like OD, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, I'm the first. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? But I was super excited. And to be honest with you, to have this moment right now, to share this on this couch means so much, because it's a tribute to so much. So before I get into anything else, guys, please help me welcome Donte Johnson, owner of Pheit.
Hey, let's do it.
LA. Woo! Welcome to the show! We did it! Yes, man. Yes, guys, thank you. Donte, I appreciate you for being on, man.
Love.
How do you feel? Number one, obviously, we are in New York. You can see the studio. We are actually here. So Donte's actually in New York. And how do you feel, man? How was your visit?
Visit is great, man. It's cold as hell out here.
It is. It is.
I love it, man. It's my second time out here.
Word.
So I'm still learning this place. You know, it's a little confusing, but it's cool. I get it.
Yo, it is confusing. And I'll tell you this much before we get any crazier, because I feel like I'm about to like ramble on. I'm gonna look at this later on. I'm gonna be like, yo, you're talking too damn much. But it's cool. I don't give a goddamn. We're gonna talk a lot. Donte,
What's up?
it's time. Let's get into your first top 3 hat. No pressure.
Oh, the pressure is on. The pressure is on.
I know this moment was tough because literally
it's tough, but
he was situating everything up top. You know what I mean? I had to have like the decor hats, and I'm like, dog, you know how hard it is for me? I'm like, wait, you can't have that on top of the table, bro. Like, you gotta have this a part of your 3. Like, no fucking way, no way. So he was sweating, trying to find his 3. So let's get in.
I'm gonna start off with the hat that you mentioned. Actually, it was the first one that I released, and just to give y'all a little history on the collection. The collection is called So Beautiful, So Dangerous,
right.
And I started this collection because I'm from LA. I grew up in the city, grew up in like Compton, Lynwood area. So it's like a tough area,
Right.
You know, we all got this idea of what LA looks like. But me being from it, I know that it's what Hollywood shows, and then it's another part that a lot of people don't see. So that's where the So Beautiful, So Dangerous comes in, because that's basically what my city is. It's beautiful, but it's also dangerous.
Right.
It's all about how you walk, you know.
Right.
And that's where the rose comes from. The rose is beautiful, but the thorns are dangerous.
Yeah.
So the symbolism is with the rose, you know. So yeah, I started with the LA piece, you know.
You put it right here. Let the proud people see.
Yeah.
So yo, that's crazy. Number one.
That's number one for me. That's where it started. That's where you saw it.
Yeah.
It started to blow up because my brand initially, it wasn't a hat brand.
Mm-hmm.
I started cut and sew. I'm making clothes, shirts, shorts, tees, like everything. You know.
Wow.
That's how the brand started. And then
wait, how long you been doing that for though? How long you been?
I started my brand in 2015, 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I literally I think I caught it at the cusp, like where you kind of probably just, I think I got it down packed on how I want to do this thing.
Yeah, I think when you saw me, I think the day you saw me was the day I was probably wearing a sample. Actually.
That's crazy. I love sample runs, son.
So
I love sample runs.
I had just got that done, and yeah, I was like, you know, I'm going to Revolt Summer. It's my piece. I think I had on the whole Fate Fit. I think.
Yeah.
Not positive, but yeah. So that's the birth of the hat era for the brand.
So from being from LA, like who would you say creatively or style wise, like really inspired you like the most?
Being from it as somebody from LA?
Right. It don't have to be right. Let's say from LA.
Initially, honestly, when I started my brand, nobody.
Really?
I just always been into fashion.
Really?
You know, I was always into it, and I just always wanted to create pieces. You know, my thing is I want to create something that makes somebody proud.
Right.
And makes them feel good when they wear it.
Right.
You know, but as I got deeper into fashion and started to pay attention to designers and things like that, I mean, obviously Ye is, you know, at the top.
That's my dog.
Virgil, R.I.P. That's my dog. Who else? Pharrell.
Right.
You know, Pharrell's always been a creator from fashion to music, just lifestyle, period.
Super duper. Hell
He's
yeah.
been a unique guy across the board. So yeah, I guess those are like my biggest inspiration. I mean, as of maybe the last 5 years, maybe Tyler, I've really been fucking with Tyler, dog. I really been fucking.
I'm
with
telling
Tyler.
people right
No,
now.
seriously.
I've been saying like I told people. I said right now where Tyler is at on a creative level. I said Kanye is my favorite. So I'm like Kanye's best time was like dark fantasy time. I feel like that was peak Ye. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like right now we're getting peak Tyler. You know what I'm saying? I agree. Yeah. Super agree. What? Yeah. And he has a Louis Vuitton capsule that just came out. Still is crazy. Yeah. OD.
Tyler definitely is. I'm looking at him and I see me, and you know he's from LA, basically.
Yeah.
So I can relate to his story in a sense because it's like LA, you got two sides. You either gangbanging,
right,
or you not. Right. It ain't like whatever else you doing, you just not.
Yeah, there's no gray.
And I mean, you could we coexist, but it's difficult to coexist sometimes because even as an outsider, you know, people that aren't from LA, you hear like, oh, you from LA, and you black, you know, it's a stereotype.
Right.
Like, you know, we just associate the gang culture is respected.
Right.
You know, and in order to make it sometimes you gotta choose a side. You know.
Right.
So for him to get as far as he's gotten without having to actually do that and being his true self,
right, and
getting that far, that's like inspiration, definitely. Yeah.
I literally remember this hat so vividly, and because I have it, not this clean, but I definitely have it
untouched, right there.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like, yo, I think so. When I saw you, like I said, you had this one on, and I was like, nah, too fire, man. So like. The simplicity of it. I just always loved the halo, you know, the rose. Obviously, we knew what the LA was all about. Right. Like, how does your creative process though? Like, how does that go about for you? Do you try to strive for like the simplicity out of the hat?
Yeah. I mean, simplicity is like a thing with me. I kind of throw a side patch every now and then. I do some, moment pieces, but it really was about the simplicity and getting the point across. Right. So beautiful, so dangerous. It started with LA, but then I'm like, you know what? Like you say, you from New York. Y'all got y'all beauty, but y'all danger also. It's drug dealers, it's the hood. You got the projects here, so it relates. So my second piece was actually New York. Right. Because I'm like, you know what? We the same.
The same piece was New York.
Then my mind expanded. Like, yo, every hood got a Beverly Hills.
Right.
You know?
Manhattan.
So
for sure.
It's like I'm like, damn. So that's what I started to do, and I started to bounce around the world, I guess you could say, and I started creating. And with the process, it was just about creating nostalgia behind each piece that I released. It's like, all right, what is this place known for? Right. All right, how would people recognize
and gravitate?
And gravitate, exactly. So it's the colorway, if it's a logo, if it's, I throw a Subway on it, call it the Subway edition, throw some cheese on it for the green, but it's like
tough.
I'm just trying to give people something to be proud of, because everybody is proud of, most people proud of where they're from. You go somewhere else, like, oh yeah, I'm from LA. Yeah. You don't have to say it, you're wearing it.
Right, it's true.
So it's like a tattoo for fashion.
Yeah, bro, like that's good. That's what I was telling you before. I was like, yo, like, like I said, how the show started, I said this so many times on this show, people were probably annoyed by me saying it, but it's true. Like, I started out because we were going shopping in Soho. We had our fashion night out. Yeah. So during those times where everybody would really pop out, but even during moments when you couldn't. Right. And it's cold here. Sometimes you would only see someone fashion take based on what they had on their head. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And you had certain brands like we mentioned before, like, you had the Don C's, you had the Tisas, you had the Babes, you had the BBCs, you had so many different brands, and even more so now, you had the Chrome Hearts now, we had the Amy. I love Amy hats. Yeah. How long you been like cutting and sewing? Like, how long you been into fashion?
I've been into
creating fashion.
So creating, I started 10th grade, I think. Really? 10th grade, you got electives in high school. So everybody took cooking, I took sewing. Wow. So I made my first piece. I'm at Compton High. And from there I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. So I dropped it. I took the class. I didn't really continue it. I was still in the fashion though, designing, drawing, dressing, styling. Right. And then later on in life, my grandma has a sewing machine. I was like, you know what? I want to try to get back into this. You know. And I put the sewing machine out, and I start sewing again. It's like therapy. Wow. Honestly, because I had like a difficult job. So after work, I come home and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sew. I used to sew to stress and make pieces. And it was for personal use, but then when I wear them, people be like, yo, where you get that? Yo, where you get that? I'm like, oh, you know what? I could probably make something out of this, you know. And that story, I could go deep into that story, but you know we ain't for here that. We ain't here for that. But yeah, that story goes deep.
Yeah, Donte, it's getting to your second.
My second. This is number 2 right here for me.
Let's get it. Okay.
So another LA piece.
Nice.
This is a tribute piece to Kobe, R.I.P. You know, ain't no LA without Kobe.
Hell no, right?
So this is special. This one everybody loves, whether you're from LA or not. Just him as a person, him as an athlete. You know, just as a man, is somebody that was inspiring. Hated to lose him, but I wanted to remember him in a way, and so I incorporated it in my brand.
Right.
Know? So that's another piece right there.
Listen. I know these are very special, right?
Yeah.
And I think the thing that I love about Kobe, I took brief about Kobe real quick, is that his Mamba mentality, right? And what he embraced. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just like being super focused and being intentional, right? Everything in regards to his bottom line is very similar to, I believe, like what you would say your bottom line is, right?
Yep.
Right?
Brand qualities, definitely.
Right. And obviously, like the acronyms that stand for pheit, right? Pheit. Which is even dope, because I'm like, yo, the acronyms go well with the word. I didn't even know. Like positive, humble, encouraging, intelligent, talented.
Yep.
Right? Yep. Those are, come on,
that's
man.
What it means. That's what it stands for.
Come on, man. You ain't out here for nothing, right? You ain't here for nothing.
Homework.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But on a serious tip, how has those characteristics shaped, right? Because this is a journey that you on, bro. Like being from LA and like you said, taking that route when everybody went right, you went left, right? Yeah. And because you continued to go left, even when if you stopped shortly, you continued to go left, right?
Right.
How has those characteristics of the brand correlated with the journey for you?
Well, you know, like I said, you know, and you mentioned growing up in LA, it's not it wasn't like a walk in the park, especially like where I grew up. This unheard of, you know, because our families, I call it the survival generation.
Oh, dear.
So you talking about you want to make clothes for a living, you want to be like, nah, go to school, you know, get you a career.
Right.
And, you know, the creative side wasn't always embraced, you know, and just a take on the environment, you know, you have a choice sometimes. Some people don't have a choice. I thankfully did. I mean, I hung, you know, I was affiliated. I hung with people, you know, but I saw where that went, you know. And even if I did still do this and took that route, it still could have worked out, but it would have been different. It would have been more difficult, and it would have kind of been a little, you know, I don't want to say that. It was
you wouldn't be you.
I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be me.
Simple as that. You wouldn't be you.
I can't even tell you that I would be here because I've been through a lot of stuff, you know, just regular day-to-day things, you know.
So how was it growing up in LA for you? Because I remember I asked AD and I was like, yo, like, you know, wearing certain hats in LA, you can't, right?
Listen,
there's a lot of politics.
That's what this is
there.
about. That's why the hat means so much, because in LA, what you wear is where you from.
Right.
So you could have on a Texas hat.
Yeah.
It's not Texas in
It's
LA.
not Texas in LA. Facts. Yeah.
You set tripping.
Yeah.
You know, it means something. Yeah. I don't care if you are from Texas.
Right, yeah,
That's
yeah.
not what that mean out
That's
here.
what I mean out here.
So, yeah, that mattered. You know,
Facts,
so
facts.
you know, we have to kind of watch what we wore unless you was intentional about what you're
Right,
saying.
right.
You wear that hat. That's what you mean.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and you got to stand on it. So yeah, I mean
That's crazy.
that lifestyle, and I didn't know no better. That's what it is. It's like I'm gonna either wear this and mean it, or I'm not. You know,
Right.
I actually brought something that got a story behind it. But yeah, back to what you were saying. It the acronym is implementing the brand, and like when I started the cut and sew, every piece tailored to each thing. It was, I had like a positive collection. I had the talented collection, you know, and I guess you could put the Kobe piece in the talented collection. He can actually be in everything, but,
Right. Oh, dude.
you know, I tried to cater that because it helped my creative flow. It kind of centered me because as a creative, I'm sure you know your mind just goes everywhere.
Hell yeah.
You know,
Hell
so
yeah.
when I'm designing, I'll be designing a chair one day and then designing.
It's a real thing, bro. It's a real thing. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I didn't want to limit myself, so I was like, all right, let's give this brand a meaning. You know, because when I started my brand, I didn't have a name.
Right.
And it took me a while. Like I had in my notes like a bunch of different names that I came up with. And this one, especially with what I was going through in life at the time, it just stuck, you know. And I was like, all right, this is it, you know. And regardless if you know what the letters mean, the enunciation of it also has its own meaning. You know, fate is, you know, what's your fate?
On your bottom line, creatively, how do you remain focused with so much going on? I'm talking so much distractions going on. You know what I mean?
Well, this is life to me. I quit my job to do this, and even with the brand, you know, I just to narrow it down to just hats right now has been tough. That was the hardest thing for me to do,
right?
Because it's like I'm limiting myself. But what I noticed was it's like, okay, aside of you being creative, you got to be successful,
right?
And I'm a big believer, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, so I'm like, people loving these hats.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going out, I'm seeing people, they don't even know me. I'm complimenting. I see you in the hat, I'm like, man, that's a dope hat.
Yeah.
They don't know I made it. No, I never say it, you know.
People I seen, yo, bro. One time I was fucking shit. I was fucking working, and I was just like, oh, you know, you know, he was like, yeah, it was like, yo, I love his hats, and I was like, that's crazy. Yeah, this is called that he's gonna be on the season. This is before you said yes, so we manifested this moment. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, like. He was like, yeah, I love him. And there's so many different people. Like, you're right.
Yeah.
Catching those, I'm sure those moments is crazy for you. Yeah.
Nah, it's crazy. People text me pictures and, you know, me out at a restaurant and, you know, I see a group of people come in with like 4 or 5 people with my hats on.
Yup.
Like, I put the biggest smile on my face, you know. But I'm like a reserved type person. I'm not really, I appreciate the fact that people took money out of their check and saw something that I created and went and spent their money on it and then wore it out in public with pride. You know, that means something to me, you know. And it's not because you know me. Yeah. You know, it's not because I gave you a discount. Right. It's like, yo, I want this.
It's genuinely want,
you know, like how you went and searched for it. You didn't know me. You were like, yo, that's fire. You know, that's what makes me feel good. You know, and that's what keeps me going. Honestly, it's the fact that my creations are validated by the public.
You know, when I saw people like Joe Budden and Kyrie and fucking Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying, which is like so tailored for him, wearing your stuff. How did you feel when you first had those moments of seeing those people wearing them? And did it mean so much? Did it mean more to you to see them wearing it compared to your everyday people that you would normally see out and about?
Man, when I first saw it, it was like unreal.
Right.
Yeah, right. Like, it's just, you sure that's mine?
What?
I swear. Like, I mean, because I'm not designing for celebrities.
Right.
I'm not a celebrity. I can't relate to them.
Right.
I didn't grow up with none.
Yeah.
I'm designing for, and that it speaks to my price point too. Like, you're not getting $300, $400, $500 hats. And it actually affects my business not to have my hats at that price.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm not designing for them. You know, I appreciate and respect when they acknowledge and, like, you know, same thing. They see it and want it, and they can wear anybody's stuff, but they got mine on. But the everyday person, the guy that ain't got a haircut, the guy that just want to, you know, rep his city,
right?
That's who I'm designing for. Right. You know, the person that looks at that and can resonate, like my story resonates with them. That's who I'm designing for. Yeah. But the celebrity thing is like the cherry on top. Right, it's like you doing all the work. You know, imagine you singing every day. You're on the corner, and the next thing you know, I don't know. Somebody walk up like, yo, I want to sign you.
Yeah, I want to sign you.
You know, like you wasn't rapping for them. You was rapping for the people that's walking through.
Yeah.
And they recognize your talent and decided, you know, hey, I should show people, you know, and introduce this person to the world. So yeah, like I don't have no celebrity connections. These people literally buy that stuff.
Who you say? That was my next question. Like, how are you getting?
Have no idea. Swear to God, dog. I don't know Chris Brown. Chris Brown could be sitting next to me and
never met him in your life.
Never met him in my life.
Are you fucking serious?
Swear to God.
I'm like, yo, this dude must know Chris.
Nope.
Must know Joe, because Joe literally wears your shit.
Nope.
Like it's his.
Listen,
like for real. Like OD.
And like I said, that's the best part of it. It's like all organic. Yeah. It's like Chris, the only interaction I've ever had with Chris, it was after I've seen him wearing it and I had posted it, you know, out of excitement and everything. And he DM'd and just said, "Love your hats." That was it. And I was like, oh, and still like, yo, I'm going through the page like, is this really him?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, it is. And I'm, you know, just grateful. Like, thanks, man. And since that day, you know, I connected with his stylist. You know, shout out to them. So that is now the connection that I have to him. But nothing personal to him.
Right.
Just, you know, his stylist
may reach out to them. Hey, I got some ideas.
You know.
Okay, got you.
So that is the relationship I got with him now. But yeah, with everybody else, all the other celebrities and athletes, it's just been, you know, sometimes they'll wear it and I'll see it and then I'll reach out. They may respond, may not. But in this business, a lot of product goes lost, you know, with you trying. So if somebody like, yo, I got an address to Jay-Z, I'm gonna send it to the address. You know, it's a risk I'm gonna take.
Right.
If he get it, he get it. If not, you know, I tried.
Right,
you know?
right.
And then they may tag, they may not.
Right, yeah.
I ain't never got a tag from Chris. So,
facts. You know, I never see him like tag your brand.
Nobody
just
tagged.
Wearing it. Yeah.
Nobody tagged. That's the most frustrating thing because it's like, yo, like, damn, man, you know, look out for this little person.
Yeah,
I got you looking good.
Yeah,
you know,
I gotta go in the comments. Yo, it's me. It's mine. He's mine.
I gotta put my pride to the side and do it. But yeah, especially like when my following was small, like you say, you saw it and you could see anybody. You could see Pharrell wearing it.
Yeah,
you gonna love it, but where do you find it? If you don't say like, yo, I got it from here, you know, or shout out to say my middle name. I don't care. You know, shout out to somebody. But you know, I don't take it personal, you know, because they're not working for me, you know. It's just now I get on my job, you know, and I get on the grind to let people know, yo, that's mine. He got it here. It's tough, but it's a part of it.
Two things I want to talk about. You mentioned price point.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a consumer.
Yeah.
So you're having a conversation with a consumer, right? And a creator, but talking to the consumer here.
Right.
I'm letting you know, I love high price points. Even when I know I can't buy it.
Yeah.
We're fucking stupid. I love price points because the price points makes me feel like, number one, this is worth something.
Right.
First and foremost, this is worth something. Number two, this person loves and believes in their product so much that I don't care even if everyone doesn't, I don't want the majority to have it. I want certain people to feel like they're willing to pay that proud to pay price.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I mentioned earlier, like Don C's were like $400, $500. You know what I'm saying? 400 something, right?
Yeah. I mean, so we see the Don C's and things like that, and shout out to them. But I'm a different person coming from a different place.
Right.
So like I told you earlier, I quit my job to create this.
Talk about that.
It's a source of income.
Right.
So I can try to be this celebrity, crazy Don C brand and charge $300, but every dropper you're gonna spend $300.
Mm-hmm.
And how many people are gonna spend $300? So now bills come.
Right.
It look cool. It's exclusive. It's $300.
Yeah.
But I gotta pay, my car note and stuff like that. Right. So, and aside of that, it's like, why is it $300?
Right.
Now, not saying I don't value my designs or my brand, but it's I know how it was for me growing up. Like I didn't have $300 for a hat,
right.
Especially, and if I did, I'm not wearing it every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I think about things like that. You spend $70, $80. I think the most expensive one is the bucket I've released before. It was like $160.
I like that bucket. Fire.
It's like heavy embroidery.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, you spend a certain price on something, you wear it a little bit more because you value it, but it's not like one of those things, for my customer at least, it's not one of them things where it's like, I spent too much on this to wear it every day.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
This is my special piece.
Right, yeah.
I want you to be able to wear my hat to the gym if you want to, wear it to the club, wear it to work.
Right.
Like, I want this to be a everyday thing, like a white tee, and I think that's where I was with my price point, and that's still where I'm at. Like I said, it's affected me because when it comes to like getting in stores and things like that, the margin is not large enough for them to take me.
Oh,
so,
right.
It's like, all right, if you selling it for 70, what do we make?
Right, exactly.
So but I do have pieces I'm working on that are up there, but they're worth it.
Right.
So once you see it, once you feel it, you're gonna be like, I get it. Like it makes sense why this is that amount.
Right.
But yeah, I just and also it's like marketing. If you driving down the street and you see a long line of cars, I know y'all ain't got In and Out, but in LA we got In and Out. In and Out hamburgers, $10.
Yeah.
You can go to Mastro's or wherever you want, but In and Out got a line all day, every day.
Right, sure.
And this is my In and Out burger. It's like, I'm not gonna raise the price because y'all selling $30 burgers over there.
Right.
People love my burgers.
Right.
And I'm gonna keep feeding them to them. And like you said, you go out, you see people in it, and the more people I can get in it, the better it is for me. The better it is marketing wise, because y'all it's walking advertising.
Hell yeah.
On
the level for me, with your hat, you have changed the quality.
Definitely,
right?
Definitely.
How did we get here? Because this quality to me is so amazing, right? From the beginnings to now. This is more of a wool, like polyester type of material now on the hat, so it makes it more sturdier.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
How do we get here? How do we get to
this? There? And yeah, that's crazy because that's the first version. It's the second one.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
That's where we started. That's where we are. Honestly, it was a personal thing.
Right.
So like I said, not a hat brand.
Right.
But my brand has always been about quality.
Right.
And I had those hats, and me personally wearing them, they didn't last long. The structure wasn't what I wanted.
Right.
And it was like, you know what? It's time to elevate. And I was like, I'm charging these people.
Right.
So let's create something that they can be proud of, that they can say, I'm now wearing this out, and not only to the gym. So I was like, let's do it. And I just love to create separation too. That's just me personally.
Right.
As a designer, it's like, all right, how can I separate myself from? Because when I started, it started others.
Yeah. Shit, it's definitely started me. I'm gonna tell you that later.
When I started mine, it started others. So it's like brand idea. Like, how can I separate myself?
Yes.
And then I also had this issue with fakes running around.
Mm-hmm.
So in a different country, people were producing fakes, and I put a post about it. They producing hundreds and hundreds, and I had no control over it.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, how can I separate? Just for my customer. If you want to go buy the fake, that's on you. But for the person that's spending their money with me, I want you to feel like, yo, value this. Nah, this the real one,
Right, yeah.
So what I did was I went back to the drawing board. I found the fabric, I got swatches, found the fabric that I wanted. I literally created measurements. Each panel has its own specific measurement.
Wow.
I went down to the custom sweatbands that I do in some of my pieces, and then I put the signature right here at the bottom. So,
did not know that.
Yeah, the signature.
Yeah.
So the thing about this, like I said, I started my brand Cut and Sew.
Right.
The thing about the signature is you can't embroider this.
Right.
You have to do this from scratch.
Yeah.
So it's like, you could go put the logo on. You could probably find the fabric.
Right.
But when it come down to this, you had to literally make this from scratch. So you making high quality fakes now.
Right.
So that was basically how I leveled up. I just wanted this to be mine. This was a wholesale piece, and it got me here.
Right.
So we all got a starting point.
Right.
And now I'm just in a different. I got the leather on, the corduroy, which we'll see soon. It's I just went crazy with it, and it was necessary though, because now I'm in like this comfort of where now I just select colors.
Yeah.
I got my fabrics, I got my embellishments. Now I'm selecting colors.
Right. Like, I'm new to the idea of becoming an entrepreneur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Staying on that straight and narrow, having a product and wanting to constantly see it grow, but also understanding customers and everything on that ladder, right? Like, how do you stay on that straight and narrow? Like, what would be some advice you would give to myself or anyone else that's looking to build on their product, continue to see it expand, right? But all while keeping their bottom line what it is, and remaining patient during that time.
Patience is definitely a thing.
Right.
I had to learn patience. I stayed prayed up. And it was one of those things where consistency is key. Being realistic, having realistic ambitions, and shoot for the stars, but understand that it's steps to get there.
Right.
So I think that is basically, because it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. When I quit my job, I had nothing. I had something that I saved up, but this was a shot in the dark. My brand was a shot in the dark, but it's what I wanted to do. And I'm like, I got one life.
Right.
And, you just gotta find your thing. I didn't ride on nobody else's coattail. I didn't steal from nobody. This was like something that I was passionate about, that I did. Right. And I just stuck with it. So I think when you get into this, you can't. Some people get by, but you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You got to go hard, because if you don't go hard, it might take you longer to get where you're trying to go, because you're timid, you're scared. Yep. You got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Right. So, I think that having faith in yourself is key, and knowing how and when to pivot. That's key too. It's like your values. Like, are you in this for the fame? Are you in this for the money? Are you in this for charity? Like, why are you doing
What's the why, right?
You got to talk to yourself, and then stay true to yourself, and other people around to see it. Right. Like I say, I'm not the face of my brand. You know, I'm doing things that I love that I feel other people would like also.
Right.
You know, and that's how it started. I was doing something that I love. Other people started to like it. I'm like, you know what? Let me provide y'all with this. Let me share my talent with the world. Yeah. You know, so, and I think that just applying that to anything, if you starting a trucking business, if you starting a car wash, it's like, listen, and the people closest to you might not be your biggest supporters. That was the toughest thing.
That's crazy.
You know, and that's gonna be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. It was a hard pill to swallow for me. You know, but like I say, where I'm coming from, it was like, nah, we ain't seen, like, you know, you could do it, you could sell a couple pieces, but to actually make a living and be able to do the things that I've done, no way. I couldn't even see it. But I know that's what I wanted.
What you wanted,
so it was like, that's when I started to get deeper into it, and I looked at the Virgils, I looked at the Jerry Lorenzos and the Pharrells, and it's like, a creative is a creative. Like, you can center yourself around a specific product, or you can expand yourself to the world. You know, a lot of brands, if you look at them, they start with one thing and end up in a totally different place. Right. You know, and that's what I'm saying about being able to pivot and being open-minded and, you know, shifting with the times.
Well, let's get into your final top 3, and then I'm gonna ask you from there. There is no pressure.
It's pressure. It's pressure because what I have. I'm about to end up doing more than 3, though.
Word. Now, if you want to not, you know what? People have came out and they were like, yo, like, I'm going to do, you know, my third one is like 3 hats, and it's like a series, and why? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah man, break the rules are meant to be broken.
So, my third one is...
And that bucket hat was so fire. I remember Mustard had it. I remember when you first brought it out, I was like, nah, tough.
Yep.
Tough.
And it's like unique.
Yeah, bro, what?
Like, nobody's done that.
Nobody's done that.
Nobody's
the
done
top
that.
hit.
So I want to see y'all. And y'all know who y'all are.
Fact.
These big brands that sitting here preying on the small, you know.
Yeah.
Just call me, I got you.
Yeah, there we go.
Hire me, and all these
stop
all my
biting,
customers
you know
could be y'all customers.
Fact.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with this one.
Tough. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and
free Joe.
bust this out. You know, it's current.
Yeah.
It's it means something.
Yeah. Let's talk about that one. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good 3.
It's a new design. I got the green satin undervisor.
Yeah.
With the brown sweatband.
Brown sweatband. That's crazy. I didn't even see you go as far as caring about the sweatband color, even though you know people don't see it. It just that's for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For me to see like detail. Detail with the satin under.
Separation, dog. That's what I'm about. It's about separation.
You care, bro.
It's like, how is my brand different from others, and how can I elevate it? You know?
Yeah, man.
Separated. So. Man, the free got a crazy story.
Yeah.
The initial drop was my army green one. It was the dark green with the white free. And I wanted to do something for the culture.
Right.
So I don't know if you remember, I had the fish hats. The fish hats were like a big seller. You know, it was me.
The fish hat.
The fish with the fish.
Oh, the fish. Yeah, I remember the fish one. Yeah.
So that was me, and you know, during the pandemic and the Black Lives Matters,
right?
You know, and you know, just that whole struggle that we went through. Right. I wanted to show pride for my people, you know, and I wanted to provide them with something that they could wear proudly, look good still, and it has some meaning to it. So I had that hat was running, and I was maybe like 2-3 years it was just going, and it was, I was happy. Juneteenth was coming, and I was like, you know what, I want something else for my people.
That's when it came out. Yeah, that's when that started.
So the green, the Marcus, I'm going with the Marcus Garvey American flag, the green, black, and red, so I went with the green with the black shadow, the red fate in the back, and the white free, just so it could stand out 3D with like a shadow. So I went with that, and it was like a small, real small release, because I was having trouble with my manufacturers. So I didn't have many hats at the time. So I was like, I'm gonna do this little capsule. And it went crazy. And I did not expect that.
Yeah.
It went crazy, and it was like, yo, okay.
Yeah.
And so I dropped the free with those intentions, with very direct, direct vision behind it. But, as I said back, I was like, free is a word that everybody can relate to,
Yep.
And I wasn't even going to release no more. Honestly, I wasn't. But
it's crazy.
I started to see like other people buying my hat, and because sometimes I go through my customers, and especially when people tag me, I'm like, yo, this dude bought this hat. Like, what does this mean to him? Because it's a word. It's not a logo. This is a word.
It's a word, yeah.
So you something about this word resonated with you for you to buy this and wear it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I started to look at it from a different point of view, and then with everything that's going on in the world, I just felt like, you know what, I need to make this a part of my brand, because whatever walk of life you're in, you've had a free moment.
Yes.
Whether you getting out of jail, whether you are making a statement, us as black people, freedom from slavery.
Right. Yeah.
Freedom from a relationship.
Yeah,
It can go so many ways, and I just felt like, you know what, let me just make this a piece that I implement in the brand, and keep it there, keep it on the shelf. It's been amazing just seeing where that hat's gone and the type of people that have worn it and what it means. Because you could just see a picture and sometimes understand what that word means to a person.
Right.
Like even with the war going on in Israel, I've had people ordering my hat from there, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Have you seen more of an outpour going about for these hats, the free hats? These became more popular than the other set of hats that you put out of recent?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. I honestly don't know. I know that these hats have been very popular. I know that it means a lot to me.
Right.
That people are, gravitating towards it, because, like, your customers will put you in a box.
Right. Yeah, right. That's true. Right. Yeah,
they will.
Would.
And it's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But I'm always fighting. Like I'm the type of box don't exist with me.
Right.
So it's like I know y'all probably get mad at me, like, yo, what's up with the D hat? What's up? What's this short? Like, bro, if I show you my comments and my email, people be like hot.
Yeah.
They be mad, like, yo, why you keep releasing this, and why you keep like, what's up with the cream hat? I don't wear white hat. Like,
that's crazy.
I'm telling you. And I take it all in, because that's a customer right there. So your opinion matters.
Right.
But I can't let them box me in. I got to keep, like I said, this is. I didn't really go deep into why I got into the fashion in the beginning of this.
We gotta talk about that.
But it was therapy. Right. So I had a job that was a very difficult job. It was very, very.
You was killing niggas? No.
John Wick.
Very
it's like, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to tell you. I was like, what it is.
But no, I'll tell you, it's not like, see, I was a social worker.
Oh, okay.
So I was a children's social worker. I was like an emergency response social worker. And I'm seeing stuff that I like,
we seen some shit.
I'm seeing some shit, dog. And I'm like, yo, what the Like I'm looking at the world different. You know, I know the world's an ugly place, but you know, I'm looking at the world from a more compassionate level, angry level, you know, and I just had to figure out my own personal escape. Right. You know, so if it was, I was big into cars, so I would go work on my car or I'll go to the movies, you know, because that's like escape from reality. But then when I designed, it was also escape from reality. I'll get like lost. I'll be in the room, quiet, distressing and sewing. No music, nothing. Wow. You know, just in my thoughts and just focused on the piece. So my brand, everything has a meaning. Like, you know, the halo and the rose, not just, you know, two things that I just picked up and put. Like, it means something. Right, you know, this free, it means something. That fist, it meant something. You know, so this specific hat, it was just like, you know, like I'm going to get my point across, whether you like it or not. You know, and if you don't, something's coming for you. Right, but it just ain't this piece. You know. Like this, my brand is a form of therapy to me, you know, and I think that's necessary, you know, because I'm not doing it for the money. Right. Yes, the money matters, but I'm not figuring out how I could just like empty our pockets. Right. You know, exactly. I'm like, yo, this means something. The world needs this. Right. You know. I need this, so if I need it, someone else might need it too. Yeah. So that's how, you know, I designed this right here, and dog.
It's tough. Like I seen Joe Budden. Joe Budden wears the free hat. Yeah. Every colorway, like it's his. Like people probably look and probably think it's his. Yeah. Right. And I'm sure he wears it for his own reason too. I'm sure he feels the same way.
We don't know what it is,
but I did want to see, right, because. Like I said, when you won, I feel like I won. And there are certain people who I saw wearing your hats for the first time, and I'm just curious, right? So I do have a game titled Name That Moment. You know what I'm saying? In the game, I'm gonna show you one image of each person. You just give me one word of how you felt in that moment when you saw that person rocking it. Maybe you didn't know that person had it, and give me your interpretation now. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna start off with this one, right? All right, so it's pretty blurred, right? Because it was such a small image, right? So, you know, later on they'll see it for themselves. Yeah. Who is that person? But this image right here was so fire when I saw it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know.
You don't know?
He's somebody though.
Yeah.
I remember when I saw this image, I don't know if he was an influencer. This is before I lost my page, but I remember seeing. I was like, "Oh, damn!" I think maybe it was for a magazine shoot. It was like editorial, maybe. I don't know, but this picture definitely
saw it before.
Definitely had an impact. The one word is surprise.
I don't know. Surprise. All right, I guess I go with surprise.
Surprise.
Of course, I'm gonna bring out Breezy. I need one word when you saw that one, because he loves wearing the Detroit hat. He loves wearing that one.
Disbelief.
Wow.
Honestly, it was like, nah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. I'm telling you, when I saw him in the hat, I didn't believe it.
Who told you though? Like, who told you, like, yo, I just saw Chris Brown. Like, do you remember the person that came and hit you up first?
The first time I saw it, it was Thanksgiving.
Right.
It wasn't that picture. He had on my white double halo hat.
Oh,
it was the Kobe hat.
Right.
And he took a picture at his house next to like a mural. Who sent it to me? I don't know, but I did Thanksgiving with my family, and I saw it. Somebody either DM'd it or texted. I don't know, but I was like, yo.
Super hype. What?
Yeah, I'm hyped. My girl was hyped too. She was like, yo, what the?
What?
Yeah, that. So I guess disbelief on that note.
Because you never know, right? I don't know, because sometimes when the celebrity he's wearing a product of someone, usually it's like, all right, that person is close to that celeb.
Yeah, it's seated. Yeah,
right.
It's seated.
But your shit, you talking about this shit was like just organically.
He had been so. After I saw it, crazy. I started to search more, and I saw that he had been wearing. So I go in my orders like Chris Brown. Like, is he ordering?
Dog. No name.
Because he's buying it. They're buying these hats. I'm not giving it to it for free at this point. They're buying these because I wasn't giving nothing to nobody.
Right. Yeah.
Unless somebody else gave it to him and bought it for him. Like, yeah. So that was crazy. Like, so you telling me he bought my hat?
That's crazy.
And then like,
and I ain't even know.
I don't know this dude. But bro, that was love.
But I gotta show you this person right here.
Oh.
One word.
Heard. I think heard, or is it heard? I think so. Yeah, I felt heard. Like, because that
was a crazy moment for him wearing it, because for him, again, like you said, the word meant something. You know, during that time for Kyrie, it meant like something.
Yeah, like heard, understood. Like, you know, I think that was the biggest thing, is because like, hey, I made this for this reason. Right. Like, literally, you're a free agent. Right. And you got on a free hat. Yeah. And so it's like slapping Nike in the face, because y'all had me bound to something and now I'm free doing what I want to do. Yeah. So that is what that hat was about, you know, and the fact that he wore it at this moment to symbolize that meant so much. You know, I felt like, yo, you see me, you know, and I see you.
And I see you. Yeah. And my last one, now I got to show you him, because literally this dude, in my opinion, is constantly showing you love. And I feel like, like you said, I didn't know you didn't have a connection. I feel like it's genuine. Like, he just loves the fucking hats, and this looks good on him. So what was one word you would say when you seen Joe wearing yours?
What would the word be? Maybe like respected.
Yeah.
You know, just knowing him as the personality that he is. Right. You know, I think that him deciding to go ahead and wear this random guy's hat and make it like almost a brand in itself, right? You know, like a staple piece of his identity. I felt the respect, you know, coming from that, you know, and yeah, I think that's my word. I think it's respect.
Yeah, man. What? When I seen Joe wearing it, I was just like, beyond. I was like, nah, Joe, and it's not even just one time. I mean, Joe has different ones. You know, he has the New York one, the cream one. He has all of the frees, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, shout out to Joe Budden for that, because I know that right there meant a lot. So I had one more, but we're gonna go by, because I want to get into this honorable mentions. You brought a bag.
I brought a bag.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. What means so much to me when people bring their bags, because that means that the bags go deep, pause, and it means that we got some shit. So I want to just get quietly into this honorable mentions, because I know I'm gonna have so much to talk about. In this part, you just go crazy. We can go into it. Whatever you want to start with is on you. I just want to see what we got.
All right. So I'm gonna keep going with. Right. So it's me. This was my Bay Area cream. Ooh. This was also another like hitter. This was
tough.
This came out, and I was surprised. You know, I think this was my first cream piece. Wow. Because you know niggas wasn't wearing cream hats.
Right. Yeah.
A white hat. Right. No way. So this was like one of my first cream pieces, and this one was
crazy.
Yeah, it went crazy. It did numbers. Shout out to the Bay. You know, listen.
Oh, D. I'm surprised too. You can put it right there. Yeah. I'll let them see it. I kind of let it pile up here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pile.
Yeah. Facts. Tough.
This one is one I never got to release.
Ooh, is it exclusive? Let's go.
So
bring the head out.
This is exclusive. This is like I guess like my version of the Supreme.
Yeah.
You know, so I put it's my NY to LA, my
Tough.
coast to coast joint.
Yes.
So I did the LA collage with the NY collage, you know. with the New York collage, which was probably one of my most difficult designs.
Really? Why is that?
I got a lot of New York's a big city.
Yeah.
I mean, a big state.
Right.
And nobody wants to be left out.
Yeah.
And y'all are very like
particular.
Yeah, y'all very particular.
We are.
You know, like I had one of my boys, he from here, and he Mets all day.
Yeah,
like,
Yep.
I want to recognize every part
Right.
of the city or state that I'm designing for. So Queens is orange because y'all mess with the Mets, you know, and then we got the royal blue, and then we got the red. Like every piece means something,
Right. Yep.
you know. So yeah, that's this piece. You know, that's the Big Apple meets Hollywood, LA.
Right.
You know,
Tough. Fucking tough.
yeah.
Yeah. Now I feel you. You said I got at the snow on there because
listen,
they
the snow.
word.
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty, and then I did the Statue of Liberty is holding 2 roses in remembrance of the Twin Towers falling.
Yeah.
So I put the double roses on that.
Tough.
Yeah,
Tough.
yeah.
Detail.
Yeah, it's detailed. Everything's detailed. Quality, man.
Tough.
Let's see. So many pieces in here. Bro.
Damn.
So,
you know, I gotta ask you too, like on the road of it, right? What were 3 mistakes you feel like you made trying to grow your brand? What was 3 mistakes you feel like, damn, like whether it be like tangible mistakes maybe you felt like you was doing, or just intangible? Like what's 3 mistakes you feel like you made?
like, not going with my gut sometimes.
Right.
You know, but it's like that's not proven until it's proven.
Right.
You know?
Hindsight.
Yeah. So I think, like, you know, it's my brand, and a lot of people won't understand my vision, but it's hard to move sometimes on your own in a space that you've never been in.
Right. There's no fucking guidance. There's no
guidance.
textbook.
Yeah.
There's no rules.
Yeah. It's unfair.
Yeah.
I say it's unfair. And you know, it's like the beauty is beautiful when it's successful.
Yeah.
But in the trenches,
The process?
it's not. It's ugly. And you feel like unseen, you feel like slighted, you feel like, you question like, why me? Because it's tough. It's like, opposed to that kid who, right. And I make this comment, the person that wakes up and the only thing they got to figure out is what they want to be in life. It's like,
right.
That's all you got to do.
Yo.
And then you got the family that support it, or the person that's attached to someone. And I'm not making excuses here, but people don't understand, like, I don't have a fashion background opposed to somebody that designed for Kanye,
Right.
Or somebody who mom was a supermodel and they've been at all the shows, like it's, you see it in music,
Right.
This person dad did music or mom did, and then now they're a musician or actress.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And,
you're literally building this from just vision.
Yeah,
and impulse.
and drive.
Right.
It's just like, this is what I want to do. No guidance, no references, no mentors.
Right.
I'm jumping in a pool full of sharks.
Yeah.
And
Deep
I'm
end. Word.
in an environment where it's not even like promoted or praised. So you not only fighting the people, you fighting with yourself too.
Internal and external issues. Yeah.
And that's difficult, man. So, it's not for the weak, and if you are weak, you find your strength.
Yeah.
Find your strength, or find somebody to, because I've seen a lot of people make it when they've had even that one person.
Right.
Like, yo, you got this. That's all sometimes somebody need to hear. Yo, you got this.
That's it. Yo, people don't understand.
I see you.
People don't understand, right, the power of words, bro.
Yeah.
Like, power to, like, speaking life into someone. Like, yo, like, you got this. That would make, especially a man going on his mission, just anybody, right? Not even specifics.
Yeah.
It's just like, I could come home. I make this analogy up all the time. I could come back from the jungle with the lion on my back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Feed the family. It's actually one question too. As you figuring out the next hat. What is one thing you feel like you would tell, like any creator should just know, like about themselves and what they want to do with themselves? What is one thing that they should lock in on at all times? You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to their own creation and what they're doing.
I think having a tunnel vision is key. Like lock in on your craft.
Right.
Whatever it is, you know, I think that locking in on it and understanding that we only get a certain amount of time on this earth.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to be remembered? Like, what do you want to be remembered for?
Right.
You know, and everything's not going to please everybody. That's like one of the biggest things. Everything is not going to please everybody.
Right.
But who are you living for?
Right.
You know, I think that is something to keep in mind because it's your journey.
Right.
Don't nobody else care about it.
Right.
You know, they gonna go to work or they gonna do their business or whatever, you know. Like, and if it make it, of course, we made it. But if you don't, it's like, man, I told you not to do that.
Yeah,
You know?
right? Dog, yo. What is this? This has been, and this my fucking face.
Listen, this the unreleased at this point of the podcast on this date.
Come on, man. Exclusives, man.
I call it, I know New York got the beef and broccoli. I call this one the fried chicken and greens.
Okay.
You know?
Loves of fried chicken and greens.
I feel like it ain't dark enough for the beef and broccoli,
Right,
you know.
right.
And I didn't want to disrespect, you know.
But
this is the corduroy, the two-tone corduroy quarter cap. It got the shorter bill with the more shallow, you know, with the blotch sweatband. So I had to elevate it. You know, you're gonna have to get some footage of that.
All right, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is this like a sample? If I wanted to purchase this one, is it possible? I don't know. You tell me.
It's a sample. We'll talk about it though.
All right, man. Don't be nice to me. I ain't just tell me no. Right? Yo, nah, this is tough, man. This right here, and a short beak though, because I'm like, yo, like, dog, the short beak is how you have it constructed. Like, I don't even really tell the difference on the short beak.
You can't tell. I mean, only time you can tell is from the side. But it, you know, that
this is my shit right here, and I need
favorite, that. Bro, this is my favorite silhouette.
I need that.
Favorite
That's
silhouette.
tough. Keep it going. Yeah. Keep going. Right. Let's keep going. Man.
So I'm gonna dip into something that's not mine.
Okay. Inspiration, yeah.
This
the fucking hundreds. What's up?
The hundreds. Listen, 2010 maybe, 2011.
Facts.
Maybe even earlier than that, 2009. I got introduced to like the Melrose.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm standing in lines. This is the hundreds, 10 deep.
Tough.
A-Life. I don't know. People probably don't remember A-Life. A-Life. Listen, Mishka. Like, come on. Yo, I'm out there, and mind you, I'm coming, a kid from Compton, and ain't nobody. They like, bro, I'm not going way out there because if you from LA, you know Compton, LA, Long Beach, it's different.
Right.
It's different. Like it's a whole nother world when you get into these areas. But yeah, I stood in line for this one right here. And like I was always in the hats, like that, like because I played baseball growing up, so hats just been a thing. I got so many hats,
right?
Like, but I had never seen a brand. I had only seen like team logos on a New Era,
right?
So this was the first like brand like that I saw on the fitted, and I'm like, yo, like. Damn, that's crazy. But it also was inspirational because it's like, okay, you know, it showed how two different walks of life can collab and combine and still make something great.
Right.
You know, it was just like perfect. So I got this, and let me see it. I think the date is in here. March 2011.
Yo, what?
It's March 2011.
The date is in it?
Date in it.
Oh, shit. What?
Yeah.
Yo, number one, I love that's why I always gotta be specific with people, because I'm like, I especially people like yourself who have their own brand, right? I'm like, yeah, I want to see your brand, but I also want to see like what also inspired you, because before you had a brand, you had something that inspired you to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These shout out to the hundreds.
Yeah, shout out to the hundreds. Shout out to Ben and all that, you know. Listen,
say first.
You talk, because we in the same lane with this. That was me, you know, being inspired. You know, like, look, I always wanted a store. Like, I'm out here, I want something like this. And the 100 store in LA was small. It was like, man, you could barely turn around in it. It was small in the alley.
Right.
That was the store. We lined up down the street. And, you know, I just had to get a piece of that.
Yo.
And then let's see what else we got.
I gotta talk about the hundreds too. As you figure that out, like, remember the hundreds, because like I said before, like, Soho was our spot. You know, the hundreds was where, when the hundreds came out, was around that time, right, when I got introduced to it. And like the hats was fire. I remember I had one of the army fatigue. They had the half bomb on the. I love that. I can't even find it no more. Snapback and hundreds. I remember they had like a flagship store. They came out here. They had dropped like their Walt Disney collab. They had that shit was a long line.
Yeah, I remember.
I used to get tight because when the hundreds, they had Rosewood. Yeah. We couldn't get Rosewood out here because Rosewood is only in LA.
We had Rosewood.
They had the RSW. That was the shit that really made me get.
That's the street that they were on.
Yeah, it was on Rosewood Street, right?
It's like a little small street. Only one car
could go down. Fire too, because they had the leather on the brim. I said, nah, son, you bugging. I can't get one. Nope. I didn't live out there.
I got one of those too. I don't know where it's at now. That was a coveted piece for sure.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to the hundreds. I miss the hundreds, man.
Thanks.
That brown one. I don't know. You have anything else? Oh, yes.
I got something. We could listen. I got hats for days.
Yeah, you go ahead. You just go crazy on it. Even if you took a little bit, go ahead.
This is so I released Texas my quarter cap, the black one, a couple weeks ago. This is the full cap. I haven't released it yet, but it's a brown. It's different. It's a different silhouette. So I'm doing the brown. It's unstructured.
Tough. Love the unstructured.
For the durability, and then I have the flap inside. Custom blotch sweatband, and the satin green. This is a Kelly green though. The other one, some are like a forest green. This is a Kelly green.
Right.
And this one, so I did this. I try to design for different regions, but Texas is such a huge state, and I'm like, what works for Texas just all the way through. So I put the cowboy on there, and I feel like that right there, just and then I put the stars because the nickname is the Lone Star State. So I feel like that right there. I love that design.
This shit is tough.
I love that design. It's like a little Travis Scott vibe too.
Yeah. Are you drawing out your own designs, or you having
I do all my graphics.
Yeah.
Yep. I do everything.
Tough.
Yep.
I'm sitting with Donte, the owner of Pheit.
Yeah.
I have the first interview with him.
First.
We're going to have a round of applause for that one. You know what I'm saying? We're going to clap it up for ourselves. We're going to clap it up for him for literally, one, having business out here and really taking out the time to be on the show. He didn't have to. He could have said, nah, bro.
I had to.
Yeah. There we go.
Once you hit me and you like I told you when we spoke, the fact that you recognize what I've done to the culture, like I really appreciate that, because we in a treacherous society. Everybody's trying to be somebody, and there's no integrity out here. So I've definitely this is past due.
Right.
You know, like from what I've done for the hat culture to not really have the recognition that, you know, and you like, yo, ain't nobody interviewed you, ain't got no magazines, like nothing. And I'm like, nah, you know, it hurts because it's like, damn, I know y'all see me. I see y'all seeing me, but then y'all go around me and either you're gonna try to create something like mine and you got the connection so it's gonna blow up faster, but you stole from me, or you just gonna play like you don't see me and you know, my time, you know, because you only get a certain amount of time to shine sometimes. And if you don't do nothing with it, then it's gone. It's gone. You know?
Yeah, sure.
So I just been fighting to stay afloat and capitalize on that and just, you know, staying true to what I'm doing. But yeah, I had to do this when you reached out and you told me like, yo, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing your influence on people. You influenced me. Like, yo, this is necessary.
Yeah.
So, you know, hats off to you, dog.
I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate that genuine, you know, that genuineness, man, and just being real and not
facts,
not acting like you know, like your boy don't exist.
Man. So look, I know you can go crazier. I think everyone has some. I mean, it's up to you if you want to go through another one. I could go
or I could stop, or I could just throw them out.
Come on, brother. What are you doing?
Yeah,
what?
I can just throw them out,
bro. What? Yeah, just throw them out.
I can just throw them out. That's and that's a unique piece. Out? That ain't came out. Can
I get this one?
Nah, you can't get that.
God damn. That's
gonna be something different.
What?
That's my new lab. This is my new Florida.
Come on, man. I'm about to let you just dip. Like, yo, I'm about to just tell everybody, like, yo, just
listen.
Just as you go, I'ma just go.
Listen,
son, what? It's crazy.
It's the Florida.
How does Donte go from just having the hat alone, right, to, all right, I want to get to from that to the foundation to, you know, creating the NY, right? How do we get to that?
Honestly, it really depends on how I feel and what my intentions are for the piece.
Right.
I always start with a blank canvas.
Right.
You know, since I've been doing my own cut and sew pieces, I'm like, all right, what color do I want? Okay, what's the fit? You know, is it structured, unstructured, curve build? Do I want to do custom sweatband? All right, what design am I gonna put on it? Because I don't want to do too much and it starts to clash and it loses the simplicity that I'm usually having with my brand. So I go through all of that, right? And that's a separate process than my designs. Right. So I design almost every day. Right. Like I take some time out of my day to design, even if I'm jotting in my notes, like, oh, I got the idea. Oh, damn, I like the way that look. Or if I learn something new, because even designing all of these hats, all these logos, I learned something new about each one of these places that I didn't know. Right. So, you know, so
you really doing like research?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know, the flame on the A, I didn't know like the city of Atlanta had burned down. It was like the last city to be rebuilt. Like I didn't, like, you know, it's like,
no either.
I'm learning as I'm going and I'm designing. So it's a separate process because it's the fabric and structure and then it's the logo.
Got you.
You know, so.
Got you.
And the fabric and structure has to be able to go with more than one logo sometimes. Right. And so, you know, and it's a commitment, you know, the thing that I'm sure all small designers deal with is production costs.
Right.
Like I place orders for 400 of one color.
Right. Yeah.
I gotta sell those. Yeah. If not, I gotta put something on.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Like
because that's just what it is. You know, like finding somebody with a low minimum is not easy. Right. And so it's just finding the confidence, and if you love it, make them love it. It'll happen. So. Yeah, I mean, and then I'm gonna just go through this. This is coming out in the summer. This is an all mesh design I had.
Come on.
y'all been
Joe
waiting on
Budden.
red.
I seen it first, nigga.
It's an all mesh.
Tough.
Ready
Yeah.
for spring, summer, so that'd be out soon.
Tough. Love the red. Oh, red hat. There's always a good red hat, bro.
Yeah, you can
Always
throw
been
them
one
over
good
here
red
too.
hat.
This is gonna be the fake
Yeah.
table. This the you know.
Yeah,
listen,
there we go.
yeah.
The New York, I love these New York ones. Love
Yeah,
these.
yeah.
It's just the quality, bro. It's the
Yeah.
quality of the hats, man.
Yeah.
You can't deny it, man. You put so much effort into everything you do, bro.
Yeah, I do, man.
I appreciate you as a creator, like just on that level of
Yeah.
it, man.
And then I think this one right here. This used to be my favorite hat. So when it comes to
Which one is that? Acapulco Gold?
Acapulco
Come
Gold.
on, man.
Listen, y'all don't know about Acapulco
Come
Gold.
on, bro.
dog.
What?
Listen, man.
They had to, my man bought the Acapulco Gold with the Gucci
Yeah,
shit that
you
was.
talk about that.
Yeah. Oh,
Listen, dog.
stop playing. I told you.
Listen, this.
Stop playing.
Hey, I felt fancy as fuck when I wore this hat. Bro.
Yeah,
I felt fancy.
tough,
But, like,
tough.
it wasn't even. I don't think it was like official Gucci collab.
Yeah,
but
I
it
don't
was
think
just
so.
like
It was somebody,
it was
like,
like, dog. What?
Yo, what? That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not even
like,
wearing my
son,
hat
that's
on.
Tough.
Yeah.
This is some shit that if this is inspired. Like if I this is what I would see if Gucci did team up with a certain brand to do.
Right.
I would be like, yo, Gucci, just do this.
Yeah.
Underneath, like
Listen.
little take like that is like
Right.
crazy.
Acapulco joint was it, and that's a brand slept like in LA. People don't really know about Acapulco.
Yeah,
like
what?
that. But that was my piece. Me and my cousin used to
Yo,
coveted piece. Yeah.
Acapulco Gold, King Stampede,
Yeah, King
fucking
Stampede,
Mishka. We had Mighty Healthy at one point.
Oh, I got the craziest Mighty Healthy piece. I didn't bring it. I had
Come
to, I had to
on,
leave
son,
stuff.
what you talking about?
I had to leave stuff. You told me 3, dog. Yeah, I got the quilted Mighty Healthy. With
Yeah,
the mighty,
I had the quilted shit with the corduroy brim.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that one, dog. And then I had the Mishka with the eye, the mouth on it.
Yeah. Come on, everybody, come on, man.
Yeah.
This is what we talking about. That's,
Right,
That's
yeah.
where we coming from.
Bro,
that
I'm telling
right
you,
there.
I ain't just in this for the money. This is
You
me.
understand it. This, for me alone, I don't give a fuck. If the world see this, I'm good. I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
this is me being able to connect with someone that I, like I said, I, after seeing you, I was like, man, like, I wanted to create my own hats. I was like, nah, man. I was like, he could do it. I was like, man, I could do it too. I was like,
Yeah.
here I go. I was gatekeeping. I was like,
Yeah.
people hitting me up. I'm in school. I'm like, going
Yeah.
to school with it. Yo, I had this hard.
Right.
Swear to God. Right. I had this fire. And I'm like, good looks. And I'm like, nah, I can make my own, man. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make my own. I went about making my own. And during the time of that, my fiance was like, yo, why don't you make a hat show? Create a hat show that, you have so many of them. Like, well, why don't you just create a hat show? And, I wanted to expound on the culture itself, not just what I'm doing. And yeah, man, you just never know what you're doing and how it's inspiring people on their path. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even talk to you that day there, but just seeing you, I was already intrigued by the product that you had, not knowing that it was going to veer me off into a direction where now, in my eyes, sky's the limit. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
God works in mysterious ways.
Definitely.
I'm so happy that you came here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Man.
Thank you for being on Chilling with Bob. This is season 7.
Season 7.
Donte, Bait. Everybody check in the comments, check below, like, subscribe, share. Let us know what hat you was messing with. So many to
let
choose
us know,
from.
man. Let us know. Let us know where we need to go next. I know I know in my comments everybody's like, "Yo, you need to come to Cleveland. Oh,
Word.
yo, we need this, we need that."
Exactly.
So, I'm gonna be checking the comments.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, everybody, till next time.
Till next time.
Yes. It's a fucking wrap. You did it. You fucking did it.
In these Air Forces did my best. Nigga, school of hard knocks, but I ain't studied for a test. Nigga, gifted. Stoned and I'm lifted. When the money calling hit you back, cause I can't miss it.